Good afternoon. Time is it? I don't know. Oh, hang on, guys. I haven't done this in a long time. Sorry about that. Close your eyes. So, I just mowed the whole lawn. Why? Well, it really needed it, but the main reason was it's going to rain. It's going to start raining at 7 p.m. and right now it's 6 o'clock. So I got an hour. 5 to 6. So we check out the area. Like I said, I mowed, but I also raked all the garbage that was here. When I say garbage, it's that hay that flaked off of the bales. Look at that. Ain't that pretty? Pretty, yeah. Anyway, right here is the all the stuff I raked. That's a good bale, close to a bale. I got rid of the conveyor. John Shanks stopped by this morning. You'll see the the selfies on that. And I found out the further away I keep the camera from me, the smoother it is. Right? So I did mow my woods yesterday. Just want to kind of walk through part of it. Not really dressed for it. Look at my shoes. That's crazy. Look at all, I don't know, those little flowers, are those clover flowers? I don't know. They're pretty cool. Check them out. Those right there. Tell me what kind of flowers them are. Anybody? They're everywhere. There's the apple tree right there. That had a ton of flowers. You know what that means, right? You know what that means. Everyone all together now. Apples. So yeah, I was at Dave Voss's mother's funeral. She was 95 years old, or close to it, but it's a pretty good service. As a Protestant Reformed service, I would, well, funerals are considered what do you call it, ecumenical? Something like that. So it's familial. It's held at the Georgetown. Faith, is it? I'm not even sure. I think it's Faith in Georgetown Church. Pretty nice building. Here's the stuff that John dropped off. Shanks. A lot of dry stuff. Really, really good stuff. That stuff will perch right up. That stuff right there was brought from Gary. It had a lot of dirt in there, which is okay. I can use that to fill in the holes I got in the woods. Holes, when I say holes, huge holes where the previous owner pulled, or the builder pulled trees out. So, and planted them by the house. So this is the part of it that I, ooh, the mosquitoes getting thick, guys. Part that I mowed. And just so far I can go, reason being, there's logs in the way. You'll see that in a second. I hear turkeys. Probably getting attacked by coyotes. So there's just so far I could go. And it is a little wet down here. I mean, I could probably get through it with my tractor, but not so much with a lawnmower. So the path goes from here straight this way, right through there. All the trees are knocked down in the way. It's pretty snotty over here. But it's, yeah, it's really wet. This is where I want to get an excavator and clear out a trench. So the water will flow on one area and be able to mow a nice path on either sides of that water. Then what I can do is keep pulling the dirt out of there. Dredge it. Like they do at Lake Makatawa. Or the Indians used to call Black Lake. Now they call it Makatawa, which is an Indian name. I took John on the tractor all the way to the back of the woods. It looks really sharp. I don't think I'm going to be able to walk all the way. Again, I didn't get much sleep. Stayed up kind of late. Just kind of putzing around. I met some people from, from my past at the funeral. So it was Larry Loinga and his wife's name Kathy Clausen. I think it was Clausen. I know it's Clausen, but I can't think of the first name. I think it's Kathy Clausen. So they were 1 year ahead of me in Covenant Christian higher school. Got mowed back here too, where the manure is. Actually, on the other side is a little water. You can see where I mowed. Yikes. Like I was telling John Shanks, I paid $20 for this camera. It's a 4K. And $20, wow. Included with two batteries. No charger, but you can charge it while it's plugged in. The camera's plugged in. Wow, it's hot. So this is all the further I'm going to go, people. You can see a fork in the road, and typically what you do with when you hit a fork in the road, you pick it up. Now that's a no-brainer for most of us. So you can see way down in there. Goes all the way to into the property, and the property is a quarter mile deep from the road right away to the back of the property. And right here you can see where Evan McManus used to hunt. That's a pine tree. He made steps there and a landing up there. Never did get any deer. He saw some, but nothing really to shoot. So yeah, I took the mower back here. Did a really good job. I was really happy with it. I wonder what, again, I didn't see Sean at dawn or Jude in the afternoon. Let me see what the temperature is here. There's the weather. 90 degrees. Oh, 88. So it dropped down a little bit. We had a little bit of a breeze come through. Yeah, it was 90, and now it's 88. And it's going to drop to, well, 88. Hey. And at 7 p.m., like I said, it's going to thunderstorm. 8 p.m. it's going to be windy. So 7 p.m. it's going to thunderstorm. 8 p.m. it's going to be windy. 9 p.m. it's going to, the wind's going to subside a bit and become major thunderstorm again. 9:20 is sunset. How cool is that? I remember mowing at 9:30. Wow, that's beautiful. So 9:20 is sunset. Pretty close. 10 p.m. again, it's continuing to thunderstorm. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tomorrow morning at 8. 9 o'clock it stops. I know that's a lot of information. So it's going to thunderstorm from 7 p.m. tonight and last till 9 o'clock. I'm sorry, yeah, till 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then the sun's going to come out for 9 a.m. it's just going to be cloudy. Sun's going to peek out. 11, 12, 11 o'clock it's going to thunderstorm again. Through 5 p.m. And then Wednesday it's storming. So starting at 7 p.m. tonight through Wednesday it's going to be thunderstorms, lightning. Alright, I entered the junkyard again. As you can see. And the wood pile. So I parked that trailer right there. With the help of John again. So Larry Loinga I met, and his wife Kathy Clausen. I met a couple of sisters to Marcia Dempsey. Wow. Had an opportunity to do a selfie with the youngest daughter, who looks a lot like, the most like Marcia. I haven't seen her since Covenant. So 1972. So they were at the funeral because they are cousins to Dave Voss. And I didn't get an opportunity to have a selfie with the older sister, younger than Marcia, but you know, probably 10 years younger than Marcia. Just guessing. Anyway, who else did I see? I saw Reverend Cook, I think, or Cole, Reverend Cole, K-O-O-L-E, I believe. He worked with Harry. He's retired. He had an older brother there. I want to say his name was Larry. If it isn't, sue me. Sorry about that. I know I did demand an apology if I was on the other side of the lens. Who cares, as that Beltman would say. Raj was there. Raj Brands. That was nice. Gave me a fist bump at the funeral. Then of course Brian Key, nephew to Dave Voss. So she was buried in Georgetown Cemetery. It's on 28th Street in Georgetown. Next to her husband John Voss. So the funeral director was able to show me where the headstone was, and the way, oh look at that, they need food. The way the headstone works is, the headstone is called a headstone because that's where your head is. So that's where your head is laying, and your feet, ouch, oh man, or so you're laying with your head at the headstone. So let's say like right here, I'm facing east right now, south, north, west. So the headstone is here. You're laying with your head at the headstone, probably a couple feet east of the headstone, but you're facing the east. So your feet are at the east, your head is at the west, so you're basically facing the east. What's the significance? Anybody? I'll look it up. Why do we face the east? Is it facing Jerusalem? I don't know. Or what the Indians say, coyote. Or what the Australian Aborigines would say, kangaroo. Oh, wow. So I had a flat tire on the front wheel of the lawnmower. So I filled it up, and it lasted pretty much the whole mowing. Oh, and also the temperatures start creeping up, and I think I know why. Because we're getting this film, or not film, but this fuzz from the cottonwood trees. And if you look at the pool, things covered with them. The water was getting a little low, so I turned the water on to see if it's still running. And I'm gonna have to fire up the pool to get the, here's some voices, to get the chlorine motivating. See what does it look like in there. Oy. Let me turn it on and I'll clean out the both. Actually, should do both filters, but let me just do this one for now. I just want to get the chlorine motivating. So it's going to take a while for the water to prime the pump right there. I got to clean that, polish that plexi so I can see through it and watch the water come in. So you can hear it struggling right now. It's trying to draw the water in with a vacuum. So what happens is this nozzle here, it's aimed upward, slight angle, and it hits the surface, knocking everything that way. There's one nozzle like that right here, which moves the water that way, all toward the skimmer. Not coming through yet. Coming through from the bottom and the skimmer. Usually takes about a minute, and I like it to hurry up because that's cold water, cool water. Right now the impeller is spinning like crazy. It's getting warm. Okay, I see the water starting to come through. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. Pretty quick, this whole thing's going to fill up. There it goes. Come on, baby. Work with me. You're going to see bubbles start popping out of that nozzle right here. Let's watch that. Now you can really see the water here. And I can see some movement there. You can see bubbles. There it goes. I'm a prophet. I prophesied. I said there's going to be water coming, and voila, water. So that thing's totally full of water now. It's all primed. I get rid of some of the air out of here. There it goes. Get the air out of the top of this thing. There, I can smell the chlorine right now. So I'm going to let it run for about an hour. And then shut it off. Yeah, this thing is full. Let me get that stuff out of here. Here, hopefully this will work. That ain't gonna work. I have to do that with one hand. Oy, 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 oy. There was a big old beetle down there. Pinchin beetle. Oh yeah, that is nasty, guys. Wow, like a rat. Stick this back in. Look at that. Pretty nasty. Alright, I'm just going to let it run. There's so much stuff in there. I'm going to have to clean it out again tonight. Oy, oy, oy. Alright, so let me get back inside. I think the dog's still out here someplace. Somebody let it in. Birds are screeching. Sweating like a pig, people. Like a pig. Okay, the dog's not back here. Let me check the front. Well, Chrissy's van, Tony's car, Kathy's car, all sitting idle. I bet you William brought the dog in. Let's see. Oh, it's nice and cool at the house. Got a lot of cold water too. dark in here. There's the dog. Sitting on the couch. Hi, buddy. Okay. Call it quits. I want to rest. So, see you guys. Adios.